welcome back to the channel. It's Joe here, and I'm going to dive into a topic that's sort of close to my heart as I get older. I know it resonates a lot with the RVing with Joe community. My demographics skew a little older, and so I want to talk about RVing with health issues. Now, the open road calls to us all, but when you're navigating those golden years or perhaps dealing with the ongoing health issues, there are some extra things to keep in mind to ensure your travels are safe, comfortable, and enjoyable. So let's get right into the top 10 things that you need to consider when you're RVing with health issues. Number one on this list is access to healthcare itself. When you're out on the road, familiar doctors and hospitals might be miles away. It's crucial to research healthcare facilities along your planned routes or at your destinations. Know where the urgent care centers are. Consider exploring telehealth options for routine check-ins. And technology is kind of our friend here. Make sure you make digital copies of all your important medical records, keep them handy. And finally, review your health insurance to make sure that you've got adequate coverage for out of state. Or perhaps look into plans that are specifically designed for travelers. And of course, especially if you're traveling to another country, make sure you get travel insurance. Now for number two, there's something very practical for us RV enthusiasts. The physical demands of the RV basics. Let's be honest, some of those routine tasks can become a little more challenging as we age or if we start to have mobility issues. Think about the effort it takes to climb in and out of the RV steps, sometimes multiple times a day. Crouching down to connect and disconnect sewer hoses can be tough on the knees and the back. And handling those sometimes heavy electrical cables can also be a strain. Even accessing the roof for cleaning and maintenance might not be so easy as it once used to be. It's important to acknowledge these physical demands and find ways to adapt, whether it's using assistive devices, modifying your setup, or simply asking for help when needed. Number three is medication management. This is really important. Plan well ahead for those prescription refills. If possible, talk to your doctor about getting 90-day supplies. Utilize those national pharmacy chains for easier refills on the go, or explore mail order services that can deliver right to your RV park. If you check, a lot of RV parks will allow you to have packages sent there ahead of you arriving. And here's a little tip. Be mindful of how the temperature inside your RV can fluctuate. Make sure to store your medications properly and make sure that those essential emergency medications are always easily accessible. Number four is all about managing those chronic conditions. Everyone has their own unique health journey. Think carefully about how RV life might interact with your specific conditions. Do you have dietary needs for diabetes? Are there respiratory issues that are affected by air quality in certain environments? If mobility is a concern, research available RV models or consider modifications to your current home on wheels. If you need a CPAP or an oxygen machine, you might want to start thinking about your battery capacity or your generator abilities with that vehicle so that you always got that health device covered. Our fifth consideration is diet and nutrition. One of the joys of RVing is having your own kitchen on the go. Don't fall prey to those gas station and fast food options that are so easy to grab. They're loaded with salt and they're just really not that healthy. Plan for healthy meal preparation, stock up on those fruits, vegetables, and other healthy staples. And if you have any dietary restrictions, knowing that you can control your meals is a real plus. And of course, don't forget the importance of staying well hydrated, especially in the warmer and drier climates. Number six is physical activity and mobility. Staying active is key at any age, and RVing offers plenty of opportunities. Incorporate gentle exercise into your routine. A walk in a new park, some stretching, or even using some compact exercise equipment inside your RV can really help out. Now, a word of caution, be extra mindful of steps, uneven ground, and potential tripping hazards both inside and outside your RV. Considering adding some grab bars or some stable steps where necessary. And one thing I personally have done for years is I have certain rules, like I always hold the handle if I'm going in and out of the stairs of the trailer, and I never step over the hitch of my trailer. It's really easy to do, but it's also really easy to screw up and slam on the ground. I know somebody who's broken their ankle doing it. It's really easy to hurt yourself. And if you take one fall for the next few days, your RV trip is going to be, unpleasant as you nurse that injury. So, come up with these safety rules and stick to them. Now let's move on to number 7, and that's to talk about your mental and emotional health and well-being. While RVing can be incredibly freeing, for some it can also be a bit isolating, especially if you're traveling alone. Make sure you have ways to manage stress, whether it's through quiet reflection, enjoying nature, or staying connected with loved ones through calls and video chats. Consider joining RVing communities or finding other like-minded travelers along the way, especially larger RV parks, which will often have some social activities happening at the park itself. Now, of course, number 8's real important here, and that's about emergency preparedness. So we want to always be hoping for the best, but we need to be prepared for the worst, and it's wise to be prepared with a well-stocked first aid kit. Make sure you keep a real easy, accessible list of all your emergency contacts, including your doctors and your family, and consider looking into services like FMCA Assist. The Family Motor Coach Association can provide some invaluable support in the case of a medical emergency while on the road. Again, ask yourself, play it out. What would happen if I had an emergency today while I'm on the trip, while I'm at a campsite? I've taken my wife to the emergency room twice while camping. It's never fun. It's always good to plan ahead. And for the 9th point, let's look at environmental considerations. Be aware of things like air quality. Wildfire smoke has become something more of a concern in recent decades. Consider maybe getting an air purifier if you're out here in the West for your trailer. That way, when you are dealing with smoky season, you can keep the air inside your trailer or inside your RV clean. Make sure the climate control works on your RV. So in the winter, you want to make sure you've got good, clean heat. And in the summer, you want to make sure your AC is working and that the filter is kept clean. You want to be able to maintain a comfortable temperature, especially if your health isn't perfect. I've been stuck in the desert with a flu in the middle of winter, and we've been stuck in our trailer in the middle of summer sick as heck too. And when you're in extreme temperatures, it makes whatever your illness is even worse. And finally, rounding out number 10 is proper travel planning and pacing. Remember, this is about enjoying the journey and not rushing the destination. Allow yourself extra time for a slower pace. Allow yourself some extra time in your schedule for rest and recovery, especially after long days. Maybe stick to the 3-3-3 rule. The 3-3-3 rule is a little different for everybody, but generally it goes something like make sure you stop driving or figure out where you're stopping by 3 p.m. Don't drive more than 300 miles in a day, and try to stop for 3 days each time you stop to fully enjoy where you're stopping and to rest and relax. And as you're planning your routes around the country, think about how far are you getting away from hospitals and urgent care clinics, and maybe stay closer to the metropolitan routes and the interstate routes where you can find more medical facilities along the way. The middle of the desert or the Arctic Circle can be a real great place to travel, but it can be difficult to find a hospital sometimes. So there you have it, 10 important considerations for RVing with health issues. Remember, with a little extra planning and awareness, you can continue to enjoy the incredible freedom and adventure that RV life offers. No matter what your health journey looks like, we're all in this together. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more tips and stories. And I want to hear your comments below. Share your experiences. Tell us what kind of health considerations you had to manage or moderate. Your insights can be really helpful to the community. That's really what makes some of these videos better, is all the comments that you folks leave at the end. I'll put this list in the description in case you want to write it down, and I hope this video earned your subscription. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to check out some of our other playlists. We've got RVs Gone Wild below. We've got some camping videos to the left, and I got a really cool video down here in the corner you should check out. Thanks.